Yo, what up, Brian Laws? What about you?
Good. Coffee, donuts.
What kind of
Nice.
donuts?
What's your breakfast choice this morning?
Coffee.
Good one.
Absolutely. What kind of donuts you?
Got a chocolate and maple tiger tail.
All right.
Just got done with the film festival the last few days.
Oh
A
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
fun.
How did that go?
Oh, it went perfect.
Is this the?
They took all the notes from last year and improved them. Like there was no Q&A this time, so it saved about 10 hours. That was nice.
Why is it Q&A good?
Because no one cares about filmmakers. They're all so young. It's their first film. They don't really have a lot of experience, you know? So Q&As for them, I think, is a little much.
Okay.
In front of a big audience and everything.
Yeah. All right. And
Some people last year just rambled on, talked for like 20 minutes. Some of them.
well, that's cool.
Way too long.
You know, and they don't know how to speak any of them publicly, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's better to just go with listening to kids talk about their first project.
Right.
Really nice. So we got more films and you can spend more time discussing movies.
All right. What films stuck out in your head? What films stuck out in your head?
I was a judge this year.
I know. So what?
I chose
Yeah.
that picture. And it was just, one second. I want to make sure I get the name right.
Did you do that? I'm here and I'm listening. I have to just read my devices. So keep talking and I'll keep speaking with you. But if you don't see me on camera,
The film's name was
okay.
It was a beautiful animated short film about life and rebirth, animals and things. The whole thing followed a bird death animation and the cycle of what a death goes through. So, made me feel, made me cry. So, nice. That's the one I voted to win. It actually won Best Picture. So, all the other judges, I think unanimously voted that was the best. The other film that I really liked was called For Old Time's Sake. And that one was awesome. It was like drama sci-fi about a guy whose friend died and his friend leaves behind a VHS tape that's actually a time machine. And so when that plays the VHS tape, after his friend dies, it takes him back whenever he wants to all the memories of him and his friends.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it's an awesome film. And it was really well received. It swept the awards. It was Best Actor, Best Production Design, Best Editing. It went like through the list. It won all those awards, Best Cinematography, all that stuff.
Okay, so can you apologies? What was Bird's Nest about? It was a short film that was an animated flick, right?
Yeah.
How long was it?
It didn't win any awards for the Best Picture. It was basically just a personal story of this bird and it has babies, and it goes
And then what's the one with the VHS tape? That sounds really cool.
Yeah, that's called For Old Time's Sake. If you look up like For Old Time's Sake, the movie.com or something like that, it'll come up. They're trying to make the feature.
Okay, that sounds like a really trippy feature.
Yeah, I love the concept of a VHS thing taking back in time.
Now, how did the people travel back in time using a VHS tape?
It's like a weird science thing. You know, it's kind of a machine and a bunch of electric changes and the clock starts flying backwards and you just transport things like stuff into it.
Okay, so there's not like a machine, like a time machine. It's just literally the act of putting the VHS in the VCR transports them, right?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
That's a cool way to do it, because then you don't have to deal with any of the difficulties of making a time machine look realistic.
I don't know. I think you can make anything with cardboard and some good painting.
That's true. No doubt about that, but it removes some of that.
I would prefer like Caligari, like all the old stuff in the 1920s that was all cut out of cardboard and wood.
Yeah, you're right.
I think so. I mean, I think, yeah, I think, especially if you're a filmmaker, the first thing you got to be able to do is sew and draw, create, art. There's things that like really shoot your capabilities.
That's true. Okay, so and then what other films did you like?
But those two are great. There's a few other things, but that's basically my review. Like, those were the professional ones that were awesome. Really, I think deserve to be recognized.
Okay, and did the students who won, did they get anything for it?
What'd you say?
Did the students who won, did they get anything for it?
Oh yeah, they got $500 and a really nice golden door. It's a aluminum hat, like really nice award that was handmade.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, $500 isn't bad.
Right. It's unfortunate that it's not over. I'm not saying that that's anything to stop that, but just in general, with the amount of time and effort that they put
Oh,
in, like they could be,
oh,
um,
I agree.
at least it's something.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
I'll bring it right up.
what is it?
1 second.
You take your
Just 1 second. There we go. Sorry, I'm just at work.
time.
And,
No.
but yeah, well, yeah, $500 is whatever. It's a local small town festival.
Right. Okay. And you think the VCR and do you think the VCR movie has a chance of being made into a feature film?
Yeah, it seems like it. They're good filmmakers. They know what they're doing and they're trying for it. So I hope they, do a Kickstarter or something or like figure it out.
Does that work? Does that work for a filmmaker to do a Kickstarter?
Well, like for me personally, I've done Kickstarter like and both times somebody contacted me and I had to pull it down because I got contacted from London outside Kickstarter and it was they were like, "Oh, you're doing a project. I just want to fund the whole thing. Don't take that." So I think if it does work,
Yeah.
they saw it via Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
Like the project, they just wanted to fund it all.
So it definitely
Yeah, I've been pretty close. And I think that that's a of other people seeing it.
Okay.
Yeah. But traditionally, just putting it on there, when you actually fund it, it's very expensive. They charge you tax on it, and they charge you all the fees. So you're only getting 60 to 70% of your money that you raise.
Wow, that seems like an incredible, um, how like not a scam, but if you're only getting 70% of what you're, I mean, all they're doing is basically putting it on a website. You know what I mean? Like it's not that's not very expensive.
No, the only thing that it does do is it advertises within their network.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all Jim, right?
I mean, they got to pay for the network and the list and like that. There's costs associated with it, but I don't think I mean, it's just low cost.
Right.
Cost 30%.
Exactly. So they make this.
So every transaction.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's really yeah. Absolutely. And have you is Kickstarter a better way than GoFundMe?
They're totally different.
Okay.
GoFundMe has a limit, I think, of like 5,000.
No. I heard about somebody just got $120,000 from GoFundMe on a
Really?
yeah. They were in a car accident. Yeah.
I don't know.
They work at a station in LA, and basically they did a bunch of fundraising. So they got 120.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Again, when I did my Kickstarter GoFundMe a year ago, because I did it on platforms, that's when I got contacted by the people. And GoFundMe is great because you get the money instantly as it comes in. Like, if someone gives you $10 Kickstarter, you get your money until you fund it all the way or whatever. But GoFundMe, the very moment it's going to give you $10, you get that money. So that's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So people just live off their GoFundMe. I know that. They just have a constant GoFundMe, especially girls like girls and whatnot. They use it to like for fun stuff constantly. Like I do my hair done.
Right.
Well, I want new nails. Yeah. Even studying anything or reading up or anything interesting.
Just been chilling myself in recent years. A little bit trying to see a little more. But
How's your ex-basis metrics going?
I would say very well. I'm at 2,200 people who have followed me a little more than a month, which is
That's amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing. Great work.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think so too. Normally, like if you try a lot without a blue check mark, the most you're gonna get in a month is maybe 500 people. But I have a really good chill, and people are they think what I'm doing is cool. And then I can tell you, I just got some metrics of Discord. I was in the 0.01% of Discord users this year, meaning like that's top 1%, 0.01%. Not even 0.1%, 0.01%. I'm like the biggest Discord user in the world, and as well, I I'm basically like 24 hours a day in a bunch of different Discord. And what else? Um,
I explained it at the festival that you were
well, thank you.
and I said, this guy has the internet figured out and he's way ahead of the game and no one's ever going to catch him. He's like,
That's true.
Like, yeah, no one's going to be able to, you can't go back to COVID. You can't go back in history. Whereas you can. And so if anyone starts up with your idea, like tomorrow, they can't catch up with you. You're going to be doing this for the next 50 years.
Absolutely. 100%. You're 100% right. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You get it. That's exactly right.
Oh, I totally get it, man. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, I thought it was cool. Other people didn't really get it. It's
Yeah.
hard to explain to people. They don't really understand the data might get. That's the future. And then a lot of people don't get the Discord culture of just having someone to talk to in a conversation and being invited. The way you invite anyone into your life 24/7 is so humble and sweet. They're like, they really got to get to know you. I think, fully understand what's going on.
Absolutely. It's when people ask me about this project, um, it has a lot of different elements of it. There's the pure data element of it, but there's the biological element of it to be able to study the human body in so many different ways over the course of long periods of time. I think is very important. There's the AI model of it. AI needs examples on which to build models to accurately portray humans, and to have such an amount of time over the course of years. I mean, it will be able to literally be able to know, like my aging, like all this weird, not weird, but like all these biometric aspects that we just don't have right now. We do have, I mean, like some of the things that I've seen, we have big people who take a picture of themselves like once a day for years, and that's really cool, but it's not video. It's not like seeing them, like basically over time, and what caused those changes. Like we see changes in them and mature, but we don't see what happened in the middle. And so this allows people to basically see what's going on in the middle. It's the story of my life, which is certainly interesting to some people, but then it's the story of humanity. I keep a radio in the background that archives all the world's news events. I mean, I hate to say it, but many times media changes its opinions on things, and we don't have a record of that. I have a record. So, when people are saying to do X, Y, and Z, and then 2 years later they say, "Oh, we didn't say that. We said to do X, Y, and Z." It's like, yes, you did. Here it is. We have evidence of this. Like, here's an interesting one that I have caught myself. Okay, do you know who Shohei Ohtani is? He's a pitcher and uh, player for the Dodgers.
You got to live under a rock to not know the
Thank you.
greatest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Okay, so he has this controversy of his translator who was siphoning money from his bank account to place bets. You recall this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little insider trading.
Exactly. Exactly. So I remember when this broke, and initially ESPN did a sit-down interview, or at least they said it on the radio, with Shohei Ohtani. And Shohei Ohtani was saying that he gave his translator the money. He just didn't know what the money was being used for. Because it was like millions and millions of dollars that anybody would know would be coming out of their account. But what Shohei Ohtani did not know is that even doing that is a federal offense, and he would have gone to jail for it. So ESPN said on the radio, or at least I have an archive, that Shohei Ohtani had done the sit-down interview and said, I didn't know that this person was using it for gambling, but I did give him access to my bank account. They had to change their narrative to then say, I didn't know that this guy had access to my account. But even any bank is going to tell you, if you're taking out millions of dollars, they're going to make you do something to two-factor authentication on your phone. You're just not going to be able to just have an ACH withdrawal of $8 billion for whatever reason. Banks aren't stupid. But basically, this would have meant that Shohei Ohtani would perhaps never have the opportunity to play baseball again. He would have been banned from baseball. He would have had to do federal time, and it would have messed up a lot for MLB So they changed that tune up, and I remember listening to this being like, "Wow, they certainly changed that story." And I have archived on my stream, and I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff that I have archived that people in the future will be able to say, "Hey, that's not how that went down." And now, if you look up using AI or anything like that, you look up, did Shohei Ohtani know about his translator stealing the money? It'll say no, he had no knowledge of it. But when that story initially broke, they announced that Shohei Ohtani had done a sit down interview with ESPN saying that he was giving him the money, just didn't know why he needed it, and that was a federal offense. So anyway, I just thought that was like an interesting uh, evidence of historical revision, and there are a lot of those things, and that's what I think makes some aspects of my team really interesting. Additionally, it's all of the relationships that I've been able to make and other things, but people don't recognize that, and I tell them, but they don't hear it. This is the biggest event in global history, and they get it, but they don't. And I'm competing with World War One, World War Two, September 11th. Why would my stream be so important? And it's because it is.
You're an archiver.
It is. That's exactly right.
You're an archiver. That's really important. Observers and archivers in this era are very important.
That's exactly right.
The great assimilation is going to happen. And it's going to reset all the information.
That's exactly. And this is,
there's no way for the AI to even know about that.
That's exactly.
There's no right of model.
That's exactly. Exactly.
By the way, that paper comes out next week. Trump is releasing the paper to regulate AI in all 50 states. And states aren't allowed to regulate their own AI.
For 10 years, right?
No, it might make it.
Oh, I'm sure they will, but I think the law is for 10 years. And then they might renew it.
But they're going to make it so that states can't operate their own AI law.
Right.
But what that's going to do is force people out of the states and into places where they can manipulate the law.
Oh, I'm sure. Just like we do with banking.
Yeah.
With finance. Cayman Islands.
In Ireland.
Exactly. Those kinds of places would be very attractive. Be very interesting. Well, at least with what I'm doing, it's like the Epic of Gilgamesh or the Bible. It's like writing down events in somewhat of a timeline fashion, even though neither of those are perfect timelines. But I'm just using a new type of means. Like basically, for the last, let's say, throughout human existence, we've had like cave drawings. Okay, that was like one way to record information, and then we have writing on like papyrus or on pelts or skins. That's another. Then we really then started to have audio recording, well, pictures, I guess, which are certainly important. Audio recording and then video. But all of this has happened within the last 150 years, and never has anyone been able to archive this much of it. Do you know who Buckminster Fuller is or was?
Here, one thing, and before you jump on that, you guys say about what you're saying. Have you ever considered that the majority of the information, though, throughout history is orated or like taught by another person?
It is. Mouth to ear.
Yeah, the majority of like what we actually need to know and learn is mouth to ear, or you can see it eye to hand. Like I have to watch a hunter hunt with a bow. I can't just learn online or watch videos.
That's true. Absolutely.
Like you got to be there with the person and the physical tool to use it, like the hatchet, or how to even make the stone tool.
Right.
So I feel like you think if there is a lot of stuff written down or whatever, there's a lot of that, but it's not as important as the orated knowledge. We shouldn't lose sight of all that. That's still very valuable oration and learning hands-on.
Currently, the person allegedly who has archived the most about a single life is Buckminster Fuller, the guy who came up with the bucket ball, the physicist kind of a deal. And the reason why is because he had a diary that he did for a long part of his life, and then also he had like papers for his shoes, and it's all combined, and it was stored at Stanford now, and you can go and visit Stanford and like see this, but it's not available to the world. You just can't go online and view it, and even if you can, it takes a long time to go through all of that information. With mine, you can sit on your couch and watch my entire life for the last 4 years and absorb anything that you want about it, or you can take AI and take a 24-hour stream of mine and have it edited into the top 30 seconds, or the top 3 minutes, or the top 10 minutes, whatever. And it all can have watermarks in it. I can tell you, at least ChatGPT does the most amazing timestamps of my life. It'll tell you what song I listened to and what I was talking about. And who I was talking. I mean, just at every interval, if I just take a 12-hour video of mine and put it in ChatGPT, it just tells it to you. It's free.
No, I love it. Yeah. We're using that all the time for social media. You know, yes, let's say successful. Everyone in the room is anti-AI, right?
Sure.
But then all the producers, we all talked about how we use it and showed how we use it. And the most impressive way was this one guy has a network of podcasts, and they all sent him, they're all filming right now, like all these podcasts like yourself, right? And then what he does is he manages all the social media for all of them in one place under one account. And then all the podcasts, there's all the clipping forms by putting them all in AI, and then posting them out on this page that's like called Ultimate Podcast Network or something. And then that network gets hundreds of thousands of views a week because he's pumping out so much content and using AI to make all the clips. And he said the AI tells him which clips are going to be viral, which clips are going to be, like really good, which clips are what the audience is for different clips, how to hashtag them, everything. So that's how he's using AI, and that's a pretty effective way. I don't think everybody's going to a lot of podcasters don't want to go through all those extra steps of like what you're talking about, dropping it into AI and then pumping it out, exporting the movie, putting it on the social media. You do all that yourself, though, right? Like you're just daily dropping your stuff in, looking at it, or constantly.
I don't. I don't look at it. I mean, here's when I use it. Occasionally, somebody. When do I use it? Okay, so that's a great question. I have some concerts that I've done where I've just like I'll go through and sing every Elton John song, or every Bruce Springsteen song, or every um, Billy Joel song, and then I've got these like long form concerts online that I actually like to go through and listen and watch those. I have some interviews that I've done that I sometimes will listen to. Sometimes here and they will be like, "Hey, we had this conversation yesterday. It was really good, but I can't remember everything from it." And I'll say, "Just go to my stream and a previous stream from yesterday, and on 20 different streams you can listen to yourself." Like, okay, and then they can literally have all the evidence that they needed for that. I've had somebody, this was a few years ago, but they used my stream as evidence in a case. Basically, somebody had drained somebody's wallet or stole their NFT or something, and they wanted evidence of what happened. And I didn't live stream it at the time, and they asked me for the record of it, and I had that. So, like, that's really interesting aspects of it. But what I do is just too much for me to just go through and listen to on a daily basis. I'm more focused on the future, not so much the past. I know that these discussions are being archived for the future. So at this point, I just need to continue generating content. Perhaps, I mean, like what the plan is. I go into these Twitter spaces, and somebody's going to hear what I do. I've got people with hundreds of thousands of followers who are already following me, and it's going to click in somebody's head. It's going to go viral. When that happens, the world world's gonna not know what to do with me. They're gonna have so much content to dig. I mean, I have over
Yeah,
a
I
hundred.
think it'll be interesting, man. I think they'll know what to do with you.
Well,
You're gonna get your own Netflix movie and your own like series,
oh,
and then you're just gonna keep creating.
that's
You know,
exactly
you're gonna get budgets to do stuff and have content made every day.
that's exactly right. So what is going to be probably my life? The movie will each year of my life will be its own motion picture, and there'll be like 100 different movies. But we have a lifetime to be able to put these out, just like those movies, 1912 and 1915, 1927. Just but in my life, and then there'll be a lot of sit down conversations with people who know me, and they'll be like, "So when Rabbi was, 15 years old, did you ever think he would do something like this?" Those kind of conversations with people I know. There's certainly going to be my goal is to give people a way to view my life 24/7 from a first person view. So, like, literally, I just wear glasses and allow people to view my life in real time for first person view. Um, then you're right. People are going to know instantly, like, this is a big deal. Once you start going through how much data I have, and I have people already, they're like, I was looking at one of your YouTube accounts, you got like 20 of them, and it was just 12 hours, 12 hours, and 12 hours, and 12 hours, and 12 hours. Nobody has that
Yeah,
much content. It's like, I know. And that's why this is such a big deal. And then on top of
yeah,
it,
that's 100%. Hey, Rabbi, I gotta run.
take care. Come back when you have time.
Yeah, man.
Good
I
catching
love
up.
talking with you. I'll talk to you soon. Okay?
Excellent. God willing. Okay,
Yeah.
man. Yo, what up, Blake? How are you? Okay.
What the fuck is this number 80 again, right?
How old are you?
Is it England?
Yeah, how old are you? Yeah, just actually. Take care. Come back in 3 years.
Okay.
Peace.
Oh, I don't know. You're doing so well, bro. Thank you very much. Almost started to dream. Thank you so much. Massive. Everybody in the house. Thank you for coming. Guys, otherwise, mostly Yannick does times with the pastor. And it was I see this was most of them. I think 90%. So, you should be a quick follow. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, it's music. Thank you so much. Geometry. So much more. So there is a need to with me. Those so I want to put that I didn't take your advice. My team. So I do it. mean, I thought we could chill. So, yeah, uh, dog is basically that you building any coins, and you get some of the coins if you want to sell them. And you get 10% private fees and now your jobs to all our searchers. So yeah, I think we lost like 60 senators yesterday in the army, and it's really fast right now. So I'm so excited, and it wasn't much for exactly, actually, it's 3 days for today, exactly. And we know it's from us. And that's what we need to do. You know, but if there's someone that don't know who is carrying out for years, it can equate into experience. You just have to see it. Like this, the community highlight project and others is a huge team where utilities and games and keys and all that. But if you're having fun and these and mini maps, right now, how the community if you're get in that party, try not to run channel this points and every Friday it's like 10 coins sent to your wallet. So my sure turn to the server. I'm not sure why you are a fucking my space is looking kind of good. I was the one that things retweet on done. I want to have this right now. creator